He's power
I think the Packers actually are going after Williams from Alabama. He's potential, I think.
Yeah, but he's got to sit out a year.
That's okay, though.
Projectedly. They need to, like, honestly, because everyone knows Odell and Jarvis are, like, butts to nuts close friends. Why not go after both of them?
Yeah, like, Odell's going to miss time, too. He tore his
ACL. Sure. No, I totally agree. They bring back, Robert Tonyan, which I love. I actually like the guy a lot. You still have Aaron Jones in the backfield, great pass catching back, plus you got A.J. Dillon. But, like, so in my opinion, you still need two really good wide receivers. Is St. Brown going to step up his game? Because I'll tell you right now, his little brother is much better than he is. And he's got Aaron Rodgers, and this guy's got Jared Goff.
Do you still have Lazard?
Yeah. But does he step up?
No, I just didn't know if he left, too.
Yeah. So you tell me, right? You're the Packer guy. You follow the Packers, man. What do you see them doing, man? You just think it's going to be draft or nothing?
I think it's going to be draft. They don't have salary cap. They only have I think they said $15 million, and $5 has to go towards the draft, so they only have $10 million left. That's not much room.
Yeah, but I feel like you can still backload contracts nowadays in the NFL. Like you guys saw the report, right? Bobby Wagner originally signed like a 5-year $50 million, but now it's coming out to where like he's making like $6.5. He's got a $3.5 million incentive, and then he's got $6.5 like guarantee, right? So he's going to make he's got a $6.5 roster bonus. Reverse that, $3.5 roster bonus, $6.5 sign-on bonus. So, that's
what Tampa Bay's done the last 2 years. They backload all these contracts to bring the whole team back.
Because they know that as the TV contracts continue to grow, the revenue is going to obviously spike. So if I'm the GM of the Packers, I go after two hot names on the market. Let's say I go after Odell and Jarvis, you could easily get both of them. In my opinion, hey, we're going to give you each $5 million guaranteed this season, plus a $10 million sign-on bonus each, which doesn't apply to the cap. And then we'll backload it. We'll do 3-year deals, and you guys will get $10 million guaranteed each year after that.
Well, you take one of your first round picks you got, because you got two of them, and see if you can get Lockett from Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's another name that's on the fly. Drew Lock, I don't know. He had Cortland Sutton. He had Jerry Jeudy. He had Noah Fant. He still has Noah Fant. That's good for him. But
I don't think he's going to be the quarterback for Seattle next year.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think something's going to happen with the Kaepernick news. What do you guys think on that?
I don't know. I think their quarterback's going to be in the draft, which I'll let you know in the mock draft.
Sounds good. Well, we know where Mike's going with Seattle's pick. I believe they have the 9 or 10 pick, so we will talk that. Number 9, other news, Rob Gronkowski not ready to commit to playing with Tampa Bay for another season. Rob's coming off an 800-yard season, 800-plus, still young at a solid 32 years old. So, Rob Gronkowski, I'm going to say crap news. He'll be back in Tampa. You guys want to just tell me if I'm wrong? Because I think the consensus is he'll be back in Tampa. This is just Rob being Rob.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. Don?
I think he getting up in Buffalo.
No, he said he's only going to play for Tampa.
Maybe Green Bay.
So there'd be one phone call. I think it's just one phone call from Tommy.
You're on whatever that catcher in Milwaukee was on. I feel like you're hitting that same. You guys are hitting that same bong.
But who would you rather catch a ball from? The greatest person, Aaron Rodgers, or the guy with the noodle arm?
Let's have this debate. Now that you bring it up, how is Aaron Rodgers even in Tom Brady's class?
Because I tell you right now, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a noodle arm like Tom Brady. He's 46. He's got a noodle arm.
Are you shitting me? That look at statistics. Tom's better. Okay, Tom's more clutch. Your quarterback is great for getting you to the NFC Championship game. He got you one World Championship in 2010, and let's face it, he played Ben Roethlisberger in Pittsburgh to get it. Okay, it's not like he gets consistently to the Super Bowl and underperforms. He doesn't even make it to the Super Bowl. And God forbid they play the fucking 49ers in the playoffs, because we all know how that's going to turn out.
How do you lose Jimmy Garoppolo?
Now, how do you only put up, what do they put up, 10 points?
Yeah.
How do you put up 10 points to the 9? I don't care what the weather is. You're paid to play the game in any weather. How are you, like, what is in your mind? Aaron Rodgers, for me, is not even a top 10 quarterback. Not right. He's a top 10 quarterback in this era or in this league today, but he's not a top 10 quarterback of mine even all time. He's not a winner. The reason that the Patriots were so successful, the reason that Tampa is so successful, Tom was always willing to take less. He's making 25, while guys like Mahomes making 40, Dak making 40, all these other cats making over 30 plus.
Yeah, but he's also taking some HGH.
It doesn't matter. Your boy is making $50 million reportedly this year, and this is why they don't have any money. So he'd rather make money than to put a good roster on the field so that he can build his legacy as one of the GOATs.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So, case in point.
But he doesn't have a noodle arm because he
does have. Tell me where Brady. Show me what statistic says Brady has a noodle arm.
Well, he's 46. Eventually, he's going to have a noodle arm just like Peyton Manning did.
He's not even 46 yet.
Yeah, he's 45. Give the guy a break. All right, he's going through a lot. Okay, he's got menopause.
Last year, remember he had a noodle arm.
Brady had his
neck.
Brady has his best statistical stat year last year, with Chris Godwin getting hurt. Antonio Brown running off the field against the fucking Jets. Okay, it's not even like he ran off in a competitive game. He ran off against the fucking Jets. Have you guys seen this clown's like Instagram and all that? Oh my ass. Like, he won't sign with it. He won't get ankle surgery until he signs with a team to fix his ankle. He won't have ankle surgery until some team signs him. This guy should never play in the NFL again. And if he does, it's a travesty. Whoever signs him, it better be like a shit team. I'm talking like the Carolina Panthers, Atlanta Falcons, like, Washington Commanders. Like, it better be one of those craptastic teams.
The Cowboys like the troublemakers. Maybe he goes to Dallas.
I was he should go to Oakland because like they got a really good arrest history, and like I could easily see Antonio Brown. Wow, I pulled the U. Las Vegas. Send him back to Vegas under Josh McDaniels. Let him get arrested, all right, and then they'll fit right in. So, all right. So Saints Eagles making a trade yesterday, so they swapped some picks here. So Saints get pick number 16, picks number 19 in this year's draft. They also get pick number 194 in this year's draft. So they get 3 picks in this year's draft. Meanwhile, Philly gets 18 in this year, 101 in this year, pick 237 in this year, plus they get a 2023 first rounder and a 2024 second rounder. Who wins that trade?
Eagles.
Big D?
Yeah, I would say Eagles.
100% Eagles. I'm trifecta on board. And here's why. Jalen Hurts, fantasy-wise, was a top 10 quarterback for fantasy last year. Love Jalen. Moves with his legs. He's got to work on that fucking accuracy because he costed me some games. Douche nugget. But I think this, right? This is not a very heavy quarterback draft class. Behind Pickett, Willis, Ritter, like other than that, it's not very heavy at quarterback. So I like what the Eagles are doing here because now they're basically saying in 2022, Jalen, it's your year to make or break your own situation. And if you don't make it, we have 2 first rounders in 2023 where the draft class is going to be better for quarterbacks. So I like the trade for Philly. I thought that was a smart move. I don't like it for the Saints. They must see something in this year's draft that I'm just not seeing. So let's talk, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong about Jalen Hurts being the Eagles starter past this season. Yes or no?
Depends what kind of year he has, I think. It's going to be a make or break for him, I think.
Yeah, that's what I said. Big Mike?
But I say I make sure we read it.
Yeah, you had to reiterate. Listen, I'm shoveling what you're raking. Big Mike?
I think he will be. I think he'll prove doubters wrong again this year. He did last year, and I think he'll continue being the quarterback.
Right on. All right. Well, let's talk NFL mock draft. So today, on today's episode, we're going to cover live draft, mock draft picks from 1 through 10. And on Friday's edition, we will talk picks 11 through 20. So, Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. Where do they go, in your opinion? Where do they draft? What do they pick? And why? So, I will start with the Jags. I believe that they will go offensive lineman Evan O'Neal for the reasons of they need to protect Trevor Lawrence better. They spent money getting Christian Kirk. They gave him all that money to be a wide receiver. They still got Laviska Shenault. They got a great 1-2 punch with James Robinson and Travis Etienne. So this offense is built to win, but they need offensive line. They franchise tagged Cam Robinson for the second year in a row. Not really sure what happened there. Obviously, they couldn't work out a long-term deal. So Jacksonville's, in my opinion, they got to go offensive line. Fade or follow me, Big Mike.
For the Jaguars, I like them drafting Hutchinson out of Michigan. I think they need to shore up that defensive line. They traded away a couple of their defensive linemen the last couple of years. I know you probably like him staying in Michigan, but I like Jacksonville drafting Hutchinson.
All right, that's fair. And Big D, I'll kick it over to you, my dude.
I think I'm going to agree with you, Eric, with Evan O'Neal.
I know you got good taste. I was worried about that whole, Trevino comment.
Just because, like you were saying, I think they have to protect the quarterback just because, if he wants to make an NFL, the number one key is, look at Brady, how long he lasted, got protected. I think they have to do the same if they want to keep him.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's almost like Trojans were invented in Jacksonville. You got to protect your greatest asset, right? I buy Magnums. Why? I got to protect my greatest asset. You got to do the same thing with an offensive line. You got to protect your greatest asset.
If you don't, then you could only be in the league for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, or you could be knocking up someone else that you didn't expect, right? So it all makes sense. So first pick overall, Evan Neal, offensive line, Alabama. Number 2 pick, the Detroit Lions are on the clock. Big Mike, since you did not follow me, I'm going to kick this over to you to start. So who is your number 2 pick in the 22 draft?
I think the Lions will draft. This is when Evan Neal comes off the board for the Lions. They need to get some protection for Goff. Offensive line was horrible in Detroit, which it always is horrible in Detroit. Goff needs some time to throw. I think Neal would do that for him.
Okay, that's fair. And Big D, I'll kick it to you.
I think Adam Hutchinson.
Aiden?
Yes.
Adam could be his brother. I don't know. Just like Kyle could be Kyrie's brother. I don't know. But I agree with you. Aiden Hutchinson, edge rusher from Michigan, 6'7", 260, hometown kid. They need edge help. So, Mike, it's not that I'm disagreeing with you that I think they need O-line help. I'm just thinking with Detroit specifically, Jared Goff's not the answer, and I think they know that, and I know that. His contract's coming up. So I look at them and say in 2023 maybe they get their quarterback of the future, but they just spent money on an O-lineman last year, Penei Sewell, right? They got him last year in last year's draft. I look at it and say, this year, you got to build up that defense. That defense gave up so many points last year to opposing teams. I loved Detroit last year. I loved watching them last year. I loved their offense. You got, regardless of Jared Goff, listen, he's not the answer. They need a quarterback. But you have DeAndre Swift, young running back, rookie contract. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown, an up-and-coming wide receiver. I'm telling you now, the kid's going to be a stud. Okay? Build that. You got TJ Hawkinson.
Like me.
Yeah, debatable. You got TJ Hawkinson, tight end, at least a top 5 tight end in the NFL. So if you can't get a quarterback, which this is not a very sexy quarterback team or draft class, go after the best player available. And to me, Aiden Hutchinson fits that profile. And I would love to see him in Detroit. He's a hometown kid. So Aiden Hutchinson, Detroit Lions, that's where I'm going. I will start with the Houston Texans. I believe that they will go defensive line, Trayvon Walker out of Georgia. listen, I don't know if you guys saw the Alabama championship game, and as an Auburn fan, seeing this guy play against Auburn, this guy is a beast. I mean, he is a